things. You use your blender, make on the blender in like no time flat, roast some vegetables early in the week and just throw them in with some, whatever you want, shred some chicken and you've got soup and it's great, I just think that people, because you don't realize how long things take, you don't take the time to prep it earlier in the week. And then when it comes down to it, you've got to wash everything. That even if it didn't take long to cook, washing things is a task in itself.
Oh, it totally is. Yeah, we'll say that to each other at night, like, because we do like a little just kind of, we'll just talk about like what we appreciate from the day. And, Scott will say something like, I appreciate you clean the kitchen. I'll be like, well, I appreciate you clean the kitchen because it happens multiple times. We both have to do it for it to like keep going. Yeah, but I think that those are some good tips, and I think like the prep is good. Prep's a good idea.
Yeah, and of course I always have some leftover food. I think you did it on what I say this week about not having packaged protein bars and things like that. I'm always making some kind of healthy snack, and those are great to have on hand. If you just make them early in the week and you can have, grab a muffin or something and you don't have to think about it instead of making a whole meal sometimes. Super helpful.
Yeah, it just keeps it simple.
Oh, cool. So we're actually coming down to about the last 10 minutes, and I just kind of want to get where do you want to take your blog? Like, do you have like an idea for the future? Do you want to turn it into something you do full time, or you love just having it as a side project? What's your kind of future goals for it?
I think you're a mind reader, Scott. We literally just had this conversation today, Dave and I.
He's good, right?
It's an ongoing conversation, but I would love to build an online-based business. It may not be the only thing I do, but, where I am and working with clients to have nutrition, I want to do I believe I'm going to end up doing the same certification, Lauren, that you have with your nutrition.
Okay.
But I would love to work in a gym, have clients, and then tell them, like, you can go to the website, find food that you like. I can show you how to make it in your house and just really make it like an all-encompassing, make the blog work for me kind of thing. It has all my recipes there. You can have clients go find a workout that you like, do 15 minutes of Tabatas or high-intensity workout training, anything like that, just to have that. But eventually, Dave and I have always talked about getting a YouTube up and kind of showing people how to cook, these healthy meals via YouTube, and just that, even if you're busy, here are some tips and tricks, and hopefully one day it will be my full-time, part-time job. I'd love to be training real people in person as well. So,
well, from knowing and hearing your story that you shared about how you knew it was going to be tough going in and you built on it slowly, I'm confident that you'll make that happen, because you seem like the type of person who just will go until it's done. So I definitely am excited to see how that comes around for you.
Yeah, Lauren, I have the same question for you. What is your long-term goal with the blog?
You know what? I think it's actually very similar to yours. And I kind of seen myself, working in a gym setting and starting to, train and work with people, one-on-one. And I've dabbled with YouTube, and I definitely want to get to the point where I can spend more time on it, just because it's not that it's another blog, but it's another serious time commitment. So I'd love to get to the point where I could commit myself to that and do, some cooking demos, some cooking videos, some training and workouts. So I definitely see that as kind of the next evolution. And, I sort of just kind of hope to see it grow that way.
No, that'll be great to see.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love, developing it and working on it, and even just kind of like just kind of talking about it and future ideas.
Yeah.
So it's just fun.
Do you tell people that you know that you have a blog? I always want to ask people that.
I do. Yeah, I mean, it kind of like will come up like with people I meet or like with people at the gym. It's kind of like come up in conversation, and I will like share it because they'll be like, "What's your background? What do you do?" And I'll share it then. And people I know I have it, but I actually didn't really go out of my way to tell people right away. It kind of took me a little while to feel comfortable with sharing it. And also too for me, I'd had like a sort of like my starter blog on Blogger a ways back, and it was really limited and it was hard to use. And I was like, oh my god, like I'm gonna need a WordPress. And in the meantime, I was struggling with getting posts up, and I didn't know if I liked the name, and so I just kind of I abandoned it a little bit. So then I started this new blog, and I was like, I really knew nothing. I was posting like once a week for a couple of months at least, and then it got stressful with I was moving down here and everything, and I kind of just stopped. And I was like, what, I have to be really committed before I share this with people. I don't want people to go and see that I last posted like 2 months ago. So I think when I really saw myself doing it and felt committed, that's when it felt right to share it. But it is sort of an interesting thing because, some people, the people you least suspect will read it. Like I never would have guessed that Scott's dad would be a loyal reader. So it's funny, the people that will go out of their way to read it.
Well, cool. I really appreciate you, you sharing your story, and it's really cool and really inspiring. So I have one last question that we like to ask people. What are the 3 things in your experience? It could be from blogging, it could be from life, it could be from anything that you feel that people could take from your experience in help in their health journey, their wellness journey, in some way that can make them more well.
I think the main takeaway would be that this is a lifestyle, and you need to build on it very slowly and be ready for setbacks, be ready for things to not go the way you expect. But in the end, if you continue to work towards a goal, eventually it'll become second nature to you and you won't even think about it. That goal will pass and you don't even realize it because you're just steady into the next, you're just right into the next part of whatever that journey is. I think second would be that you shouldn't limit yourself to other people's beliefs. I'm very passionate about weight training. I'm very passionate about the way I decide to eat and, just what I put in my body or around my body. And it's been very difficult for me to kind of stand strong to some of that stuff when everybody I know really kind of just looks at you funny. When you tell them I don't eat that way, or your friends are like, come over for burgers, and it's just I'm like, can I bring something?
Yeah. You're like, I want to see you, but I don't want to eat your burgers.
Yeah. But, don't limit yourself to other people's beliefs or ideas. And the third thing is, if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. I think that's what I've learned the most about, blogging and even just my fitness journey. There was no one that kind of shook me and said, Sam, go start your blog, or Sam, go run that mile. I believed in myself enough to know that I was worth it. And that belief just keeps me going every day. I know in the end that everything that I've done, has made me a better person and stronger person. So don't give up on yourself and just believe every day that what you're doing is for you the best thing.
That's a great 3. It's kind of like a belief, confidence, and acceptance. Acceptance of the journey. And I think there's a lot of peace in the way that you talk about it. So tell our listeners where they can find you.
Oh, great. I'm at www.pancakewarriors.com. I hope to see you guys there. Come find a great Pancake Warrior recipe and maybe a good workout.
Cool. What's your Instagram?
Sam_Pancake Warrior Fitness.
Great. I'll make sure to link, to your site and direct people to find you in the description. So everybody find everything that Sam talks about, below. And I just wanted to really thank you for taking the time, and thank Dave for allowing us to take a little bit of your time tonight.
No problem, Scott, Lauren. Thank you guys. It was so good to see you.
Oh yeah, likewise. I'm so glad we got to connect. This was great.
Great. Well, you have a great evening, and hope to see you again and talk to you later down the road when you have some new projects coming on. Feel free to always reach out and let everybody know what's going on.
Great. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
Oh, you too. Thanks again. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Bye, guys.